Did you hear about California's latest attack on the camping industry? It leaves motorhome manufacturers, dealers, and buyers in a state of frenzy. According to the RV Industry Association, here's what's happening. The California Air Resources Board adopted regulations in 2021 that are known as the Advanced Clean Trucks Act. The act establishes zero-emission vehicle standards for medium and heavy-duty vehicles. The first group impacted is manufacturers who certify on-road vehicles with a gross vehicle weight of over 8,500 pounds. This means any RV that has an engine and you drive, like a Class A, a Class B, or a Class C motorhome, with a vehicle weight of over 8,500 pounds is impacted by this law. As a percentage of their total sale, these manufacturers must sell zero-emission vehicles to offset their emission-producing vehicles. This regulation starts with the 2024 model year, and it ramps up over time through the end of the 2035 model year. The zero emission percentage will be increasing over time. This is not actually a motorhome ban, but it essentially has the same impact as having one. There is no electric vehicle equivalent that has enough power and range to operate an 8,500 pound vehicle for any significant distance or in mountainous terrain. So what does all that mean? Because manufacturers are required to sell zero-emission vehicles as a percentage of their total annual sales, and because chassis manufacturers have no zero-emission vehicle chassis that are rated for motorhome applications, the chassis manufacturers began informing the motorhome manufacturers that they won't be able to provide them with any combustion engine chassis for any motorhomes in the California market. There is an option to buy zero-emission vehicle credits. So that's a workaround, but it's super expensive and it's cost prohibitive in the industry. So here's the trickle-down effect. Not only does this have huge negative implications for chassis and motorhome manufacturers, it also has a ripple effect in the entire supply chain. This law is also devastating to motorhome dealerships. Potential buyers have been warned that there's no way to skirt the new California law. So if a California resident crosses the border in a neighboring state that doesn't have these laws, let's say they go to Arizona or Nevada, buy a motorhome there, take it back home to California, well, guess what? They won't be able to register it. Even if a buyer purchases a used vehicle from a seller in another state and tries to bring it back to California, California won't register it because if it has less than 7,500 miles, California says it's new. But it doesn't stop there. There's a tidal wave coming across the country. Here's why. There are a group of states that have adopted the California emissions standards. These states are also referred to as Section 177 states. By federal law, these states must maintain consistency with the California requirements. That means there are 10 states that have adopted the CARB Act rule. In addition to California, rules are going to be going into effect in Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, and Washington with the 2025 model year. But wait, there's more. Rules in Vermont will take effect with the 2026 model year. And yes, there's still more. Rules in Colorado, Maryland, New Mexico, and Rhode Island will take effect in the 2027 model year. Personally, I believe a free market should decide what they want to buy. I think government bureaucrats and elected officials who actually make these laws and people who are politically connected to them should also be required to follow the exact same laws. Although there's an option to purchase ACT credits, I think that is absolutely ludicrous. How does paying money to avoid the law make the environment any cleaner? It just means the wealthy can buy their way out of following the law. We should not accept rules for thee and not for me from our officials. I believe rules should be enforced equally, the same for everyone. And just in case you didn't hear, California has already started the process to ban the sale of disposable 1-pound camping propane tanks. Check out my video to see the details about the law and alternatives to power your camping propane gear. I'll leave a link for that video in the description below. Let me know your thoughts on these issues. I think a healthy debate is critical for a healthy society. I hope to hear from you.